You know what? I could actually have saved those 2 transports and just had a marine transport fleet. Like, specifically for these guys. I actually quite like that idea. We're going to do it. So we're going to build 3 merchantmen. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to spend some more military points, because my goodness, we seem to be generating a lot of those. Now, remind me, who gets bonuses? Which soldier households? Grain, fish, livestock, wine. So it is fish. And the sailor increase is also fish. So fish are actually really good for manufactories. That's interesting. Both sailors and manpower are from fish. So yes, we definitely want to be cheaply improving fish producers. Which we're actually doing. Like, they're basically fully developed already. The development levels are just exploding. That'll do. Why don't I get better tax? I'm waiting for the price to come down. At the moment I'd be paying an extra 5%. I don't see any reason to do that. I'm not in a hurry to be ahead of time. Just saves monarch points and allows me to develop more. Speaking of development, how far behind the Ottomans are we now? Still about 400 behind. 200 ahead of Spain. Right, and a free merchant. So where do we send you? We can't reach Coromandel or Malacca, unfortunately. Amazonas wouldn't really help us. We could send to Panama, but that doesn't really do anything for us. We can send to... Oh no, we can't reach Mexico. We already have both of these. That doesn't really do anything. Maybe in Europe then. Saxony? Or Rhineland. Actually, you know what? Rhineland. Rhineland keeps an awful lot of money if we had a merchant here. Oh no, there already is one. In that case, yes. The question is, would we send it huzzah, to Lubeck or to the Rhineland? The other one that we could do is send him to Krakow and push it up north towards the Baltic. How much control do we exert here? See, we're actually 3rd biggest. We would exert a lot of pressure. So this is currently 6.23 going north. At the end of the month, we'll see how that changes. I have a feeling we'll go up to about 8 or 9. That's another 3 ducats to the Baltic, which is quite good. 6.23. Whoa, okay, 6 ducat change. We have a lot more control over Krakow than I realised. So that's 6 ducats that goes to the Baltic, which is also increased in value. Then to Lubeck, increased in value. Sent to English Channel, increased in value. So that's quite nice. And seeing as we have an 82% control in the Baltic and a 90% control in Lubeck, most of that 6 is going to get there. Are the Ottomans colonising in this campaign? No. Slurfen gifted a sub to Grey Deathy 24. Congratulations on the gifted sub there, Grey Deathy. And Slurfen, again, thank you. Thank you so much for being so generous. Be right back getting food. I thought you went and got a McDonald's. Or did you order it and now you're getting it? That could be. I'm in the process of upgrading my forts. I can only afford 1. And how is this affecting my army tradition? It is very slightly affecting army tradition. I mean, once all of this stuff is built, it'll affect it quite significantly. And that's going to mean that the Hunter armies are going to be surprisingly good at fighting. Wait, are we in Transvaal? Senku we've sent to. Where's the other one? Limpopo. Oh, it's there. So, you and you need to go there. I thought that was a missionary. It is a missionary. Oh, that's upper. Where's lower? There. That's where I need you going. I see now why I was getting confused. Where's my trade capital? London. At least I think it's London. Yeah. Where we exert an 82% control of the English Channel. Which is why my holdings over here are a bit weird. I do feel like I kind of want to help these guys with their rebels. They wouldn't let me into their country to do the fighting for them, though. I could send them like a massive gift. Just so they can actually raise an army. It actually kind of looks like England might have got their rebel situation under control. Scotland definitely hasn't. Alright, I'm going to send you 500 ducats, because like I said, I actually want Scotland to exist. I want them to survive. Can I pay off your loans? I'm guessing you're really heavily in debt. I mean, you're in debt, not heavily. Next month I can pay it off. I love being rich. Your entire national debt. Next month, it'll be gone. Right, now. Done. Alright, so Scotland is now debt-free. So I'm hoping that Scotland can actually go and deal with their rebel problems now. Frankly, annexing them both would be the kind thing. Yeah, but that would overpower me. I don't want to be too powerful, otherwise everything else becomes kind of farcically easy. Appreciate the content you produce. Not very chatty today. My diabetes is resurging. Got a doctor's appointment next week to see what's going on. Thanks for the great content. Colinus, you are more than welcome, and stay healthy. Do what you got to do. Are you still on the way? You are. You two can group. Alright. We are still fabricating. That's good. Is England in debt? England is pretty heavily in debt, so I think I might try and save for 4 months and we'll pay off England's debt as well. Let them back onto the world stage. I did really significantly weaken them because we had to take some of their 13 colony territories. Although most of it was Scotland, but some of it was England. Plus England lost Canada, which is going to sting. Was it England? No, it was Scotland. Scotland lost Canada. Limpopo gains extra population. That's good. Manpower reserves are recovering nicely. We've got a bastion in Wider. So both of these are going to be heavily fortified now, which is great. And it's October. 3 more months, and then we'll tack up. Okay, now the star forts are starting to appear. You need a general. We'll say him. Gloucester. Rebels. Just passing through. Loads of pretenders. And now England. You are now debt-free. Haha. So generous. Guild leaders can be ruthless power brokers and don't take kindly to being opposed politically. Since the guild hasn't controlled the government of the Hanseatic League for some time, some of them have started to use more intimidating methods to show their influence. Knowing that the Republic depends on trade, the guild controlling naval supplies has begun to prevent it from being freely traded, knowing harming the national economy and the affairs of the political opponents. I didn't think they were that weak. Okay, they are that weak. Fine. I'll boost you slightly. If I must. Yeah, I think we want to kind of keep Framheim in power, though this is getting very expensive. He is 68 now. This guy has been around for a long, long time. My Republican tradition is starting to suffer. Uprising chance minus 20%, native assimilation plus 40% for 5 years. Sweet. Alright, how are we doing? Okay, we have the spy network. So we can now... And are you still at war with the Mamelukes? You are. Well, that's a shame, isn't it? Yes. Alright, I want in Humbain. It's mine. Both of your allies will declare war. We have our fleet here to cut Saklava off. Declare. Go and take him, Humbe, not you. And I want to see what Saklava does with their navy. But looks fair is already here. Wait, is that Nova Scotia, New Scotland and New World? Yeah, Scotland were actually a really big colonial power. I'm kind of a little bit annoyed I had to kill them in the way that I did just to complete a mission. I'd quite happily have left them survive and gone after Mexico or something myself. Had an elected leader live up to 75 in the casual multiplayer. Yeah, the plus 0.5 yearly Republican tradition was so good. Actually gaining tradition while re-electing him. Oh man, that's a good feeling to have. Limpopo's been converted. Good. And in fact, we'll switch to this view. Just so I can see what needs to be turned into trading company here. Wider also needs to be a trade company. In fact, I'm actually really tempted to just start wider converting now. Let's do it. Let's go and have a look around. Oh, there's the navy. Split you in half. Send half of you. Go into there. Half of you we're going to send through here. In fact, I'll split you in half again. And send you to Zimbabwe. Huzzah! There's a couple of star forts. Slurfend gifted another gift sub to Stefik. Congratulations on the gift sub there, Stefik. And thank you very much, Slurfend, for gifting it. Really appreciate that. Ugh. Huzzah! And also gained a gift sub courtesy of Slurfend. Thank you for that. Oh man. Oh, that's going to suck for them. Double blockade. Their entire navy blockaded right now. Sweet. Okay, that's actually really quite nice. Am I going to need to take Saklava out of this war? I feel like I probably should. So do I want to send you my transports? I probably do. I'd also really like to have another general. I think we will. This will put us one over, but we have loads of military points. And we can also tech up. Right, so this is going to be roaming cricket. Not the best. In fact, kind of terrible. We should be getting leaders with 5 to 12 pips. That guy has 6. Let's try that again, shall we? Roaming cricket. That's more like it. 5, 9, 10, 11. Boom. And May, we can tech up. So we'll go up in Diplo, we'll go up in Military. We can now build 2 deckers, which also means that we can now build our flagship. Cohorn mortar. After the Dutchman Cohorn, who invented the Cohorn mortar. And we can also gain one of these. So we've already taken the yearly absolutism. Autonomy. Oh no, we don't ever use that. I think that this has kind of got to be administrative efficiency, just because none of the others are really any use to us. Multiple universities have 5. We have 34. Yeah, I think we succeeded in that. Yeah, I used to remember what Cohorn's full name was, but I can't remember offhand. Alright, forts being done. England now actually gaining some stability. Scotland! With no rebels! Apparently all it took was for a foreign power to intervene forcibly with money. Oh, Moravia's actually being occupied. That's actually very good for us. Alright, so we are going to send the transports down here. In case we want to ship these guys over to Saklava. Saklava's got a standing army of 20,000. Actually a really poor unit. 668? That's a terrible organization. I wonder if they have a second stack somewhere. They may do. And your Miltech is, oh dear, 17. Mine's 22. Why can I core Transvaal? Why can I core Transvaal? I mean, I can turn it into a trade company. And all of this stuff is already cored. That's why I'm confused. Why is Transvaal not a core? This will reduce the... No, autonomy is already 80%. Don't know. Rigorous researchers. Academic institutions are not immune to corruption, and the profits that can be made by abusing positions of great influence can stand in the way of creating a good environment for research. However, Hanseatic scientists are largely above this, focusing on genuine intellectual achievements above titles and financial contributions. The lack of corruption in society allows us to explore and invent without being impeded by selfish interests. Oh, there's their army. So as soon as Mankia has been taken, we'll attack it. Except for the fact that you're probably going to go for Lower Limpopo, so we're going to move you down here. Agricultural Revolution, Elfsborg. Again! Wasn't it Elfsborg last time? I mean, it's going to be the same thing. We're going to go for the army. Manpower! I mean, manpower maximum of 128,000 is way more than I usually have in my army manpower pools. And hell, even a force limit of 122 is more than I'd usually have. Let's move you there. Are you gonna... You're gonna come from me there, aren't you? Okay, we'll do this. Damn. 12,000 of you. I doubt you'll win. Oh, hang on. We can force march. Alright, now we can get there in decent time. It's Highlands is a river crossing. 10,000 of us versus 37,000 of them. We are 3 military techs ahead of them. 100 discipline versus 111. We have 5.9 morale versus 5.3. They've actually got a surprisingly good morale. They are well drilled, and we are not. This is just my Colonial army. But we are doing quite a lot of damage to them, even with our small numbers. I'm trying to hold for as long as possible so that these guys can take the fort. Are we going to win this? No way. No way. Oh, how close was that? Yeah, that's right. I was going to build a flagship. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to build a flagship here, I think. Flagship. No, we're going to build it in Lubeck. Of course we're going to build it in Lubeck. Duh. And this is going to have Captain's Log, movement speed, blockade impact. And the ship is not going to be called the Wider, it's going to be called the Le Bon Pol. A strangely French-sounding name for a German capital ship. Le Bon Pol is probably actually a better name for a general. You know what, I have a better plan. Yeah, we're going to save Le Bon Pol for a general, because it could just be a French general that we've employed. That's entirely feasible, especially in this era. And this is instead going to be called the Vonderbeck. Captain's Log, movement speed, blockade, build. There we go. Mano van Cohorn, that was it. Okay. Can't believe how close we were to winning this. Now the question is, are you going to just hang out in Zimbabwe and let me take your forts in Mankia? I am hoping so. In fact, it kind of looks that way. You're in the wrong place. God, that's the second time I've lost a colony here. Come on, take the fort. Oh, come on. Now, have I upgraded all of the forts? Mtewa is here. It does not have a fort, it just has tropical wood, which means that forts here would be cheaper. Oh, we could get a trading post here. We probably should. Unfortunately, we don't own the Cape. If we ever go to war with Spain, we could steal it from them. It would probably make the most sense in Transvaal, if we core it. Or rather, if we convert it and then gain a trade company there. Merchant Adventures, trade range plus 25%. That could actually put us into range of India. Also, the trade range is going to increase our supply range, which is kind of a hidden benefit. So these ships now have supply range of 210 rather than 150, which is actually really nice bonus. And nowhere does it say that that's what trade range does. Asked why not take the Cape from them a while ago. I just haven't needed to be at war with them, and I'm trying not to be too expansionist. Like, the next one I'm going to fight is almost certainly going to be Portugal, because I'd much rather have the Cape from them, and if they're allied to Portugal, which they might be, then I'll take them both. They are! Alright, that would be our opportunity. 71%. Good grief. Come on. It's a level 1 fort. Finally. 1,200 days. Or was that 120 days? That might have been 120. I didn't read it too closely. I'm guessing you're going for the fort now, which I'm kind of okay with. I should probably have dropped troops into it, but never mind. Right, I think we are back to soldier household building. Anything above 1,000 basically will do. Swazi's been done, so I would like to get Transvaal right now. Alright, where are their armies? Disappointed that they've not taken Mankia. I dislike that I can't see these two provinces. You know what? We're going to march through here, because I want to know what's there. And we're going to stand in Mankia in case they come at us. We can reinforce both of these locations. Another conversion. Mtewa. Sure. Lippe. What do you want military access for, Lippe? Because you're at war with Denmark and Frankfurt. Oh, go on then. Send them my regards. Man, Warsangli is kicking their ass. Which is a bit annoying, because I want to take their stuff. I mean, we'll take it down here at the very least. In Humbein and Sofala we'll take. And if we can... In fact, we're going to try and take this entire little quadrant. Soldiers' households are getting built pretty nicely. Alright, I'm going to split you in half now that we can actually see a little bit more around us and start sieging all of this stuff down. They've almost certainly sent their army north to deal with Rossangli, although this is currently being sieged, which does cause me some concern. So let the carpet sieging begin.